Hello everyone. Welcome to Career Launchers YT channel. My name is David and today we'll be looking at the series Target 99 percentile plus for CAT 2025. We'll be doing the part 7 of the LRDI series of this, and we'll be solving a set like how we do in every session. The set is the management of a university hockey team was evaluating performance of four women players, Amla, Bibla, Harita, and Sarita, for their possible selection in the university team for next year. For this purpose, the management was looking at the number of goals scored by them in the past 8 matches, numbered 1 through 8. The four players together had scored a total of 18 goals in these matches. In the 8 matches, each of them had scored at least one goal. No two players had scored the same total number of goals. The following facts are known about the goals scored by these four players only. All the questions refer only to the goals scored by these four players. And then we have 6 additional points. Only one goal was scored in every even numbered match. Harita scored more goals than Bimla. The highest goal scorer scored goals in exactly 3 matches, including match 4 and match 8. Bimla scored a goal in match 1 and one each in 3 other consecutive matches. An equal number of goals were scored in match 3 and match 7, which was different from the number of goals scored in either match 1 or match 5. The match in which the highest number of goals was scored was unique, and it was not match 5. So basically, we have got four people, and they have scored a total of 12 goals in 8 matches. And in every match, someone or the other person out of these four have scored at least one goal. And then about the person and in which particular match they have scored the goals, that is mentioned. And then there are certain missing components which we need to figure out, and we have to relate them. So basically, this is a table-based set where we will write down the match numbers and the people name, and in every cell we'll put in how many goals they have scored. Let's look at the questions to identify whatever we are going to draw, will that be complete or not? So the first question says how many goals were scored in match 7. So definite options except for cannot be determined. So we have to be careful. Second one says which of the following is the correct sequence of goals scored in matches 1, 3, 5, and 7. So we do have definite options. This particular question may help us decode the table in case it is not easy to decode that. Third, which of the following statement is or are true? So maybe not all of them are true, maybe both of them are true, who knows? Similar question is question number 4. Question number 5, now it starts with the word if. So if Harita scored goals in one more match as compared to Sarita. So basically this is a question which tells us that for Harita and Sarita specifically, we may not be able to figure out how many goals they have scored. So let's use the information given and complete the table. So basically we have got 4 women players, Amla, Bimla, Harita, and Sarita. So we have got Amla, Bimla, Harita, and Sarita. And they have played 8 matches, match number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And they have scored a total of 12 goals in these matches. So goals scored in every match, and we're going to write the total in every match how many goals you have scored in that particular sequence. So 4 women players, 8 matches total, we are supposed to get 12, so we will remember that, and 12 for these people as well. Each of them had scored at least one goal, so we cannot have 0 for anyone, no 0 match wise as well. No two players had scored the same total number of goals. So out of 12, there is going to be at least one. So if we give different numbers, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, that's 10, then we will have, or we may have additional scenarios. So basically 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 different numbers. This adds up to give us 10. Now we need 12, so that means we need to have 2 more. Now these 2 more can go to either 4 or it can go to either 3 or it can go 1 each. So basically we can have 1, 2, 3, and 6. This is 12. Or we can have 1, 2, 3 becomes 5. So this is 1, 2, 4, and 5. And if I add one more, so basically the same scenario. So we have these two cases. Such that the sum is 12. We need to have at least one goal. And everyone has scored different number of goals. Okay, next one. Only one goal was scored in every even numbered match. So only one goal, one, and one. So out of 12, 4 are done. Harita scored more goals than Bimla, and now we have information. So let's put in the values now. Harita scored more goals than Bimla. We don't know how many goals Bimla has scored, so we do not know how many goals Harita has scored. Next is the highest goal scorer scored goals in exactly 3 matches, including match 4 and match 8. We have no idea who is the highest goal scorer. So this statement will not help us with anything. Next, Bimla scored a goal in match 1. So scored a goal. So that's one goal in match 1. And one each in 3 other consecutive matches. Which are those 3? We have no idea. But Bimla definitely scored 4 goals, minimum 4 goals. So Bimla scored minimum 4 goals and Harita scored more goals than Bimla. So out of the 2 possibilities, the only possibility we can have is this. Bimla specifically scored 4 goals and Harita scored 5. 4 plus 5 is 9. We needed 12. So for A, it is 1 or 2. And depending upon that, S has 2 or 1. Okay. Now the highest goal scorer, this is another way of saying that H or Harita scored goals in exactly 3 matches, including match 4 and match 8. So Harita scored in match 4 and there is total 1 goal. So she scored 1. Nobody else did here. And in match 8 also she scored 1. This is also done. There is 1. So out of 5, 2 are done. 3 goals H has to score in one of the matches because she scored goals in exactly 3, out of which match number 4 and 8 are done. There is one more match in which she scored the remaining goals out of 5, which is 3 goals, because 1 and 1, 2 are done out of 5 goals that she has to score. Bimla scored a goal in match 1 and 1 each in 3 other consecutive matches. So we cannot have, so it says 3 other, so not including match 1. So we cannot have 3 consecutive as 2, 3, 4 or 3, 4, 5. The only place we can have 3 consecutive ones is going to be 5, 6, and 7. So she is done with her. So 4 is done, 5 we need to complete. Okay, next, an equal number of goals were scored in match 3 and match 7. Match 3 and match 7, which was different than the number of goals in either match 1 or match 5. So if I say that the goals scored were G and G, 3 and 7, in match 1 and match 5, we need to have different number of goals. Right now, we can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 goals are going to be there. Then we are going to have 7, 8. We need 4 more, right? Okay. So Harita definitely did not score in match number 3, because if she's going to score 3 here, we are supposed to get 3 here as well, right? Okay, so this is possible as of now. It is possible that she may have scored, Harita may have scored 3 goals in match number 3. This is very much possible. Okay, let's move further. The match in which the highest number of goals was scored was unique. So there was only one total goals scored in a particular match, and it was not match 5. So it was not match 5. That means It has to be match 1 because highest cannot be G, right? So the highest we can have is if Harita scores here. Harita cannot score in 3 because then that won't be highest. So that will be the highest, but it won't be unique because G and G is at 2 places. And in 5, if I put 3, this will become the highest. That would mean that it's going to go against point number 11. So we cannot have 3 here. So this adds up to 4 so far. We have got 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We have got 3 more. Now for 3 more, we cannot have 2 and 2 here, right? So G has to be just 1. So this is a total of 10 right now. And then we need to have match number 3 and 7. They need to be same, but it should be different from match number 5 as well as match number 4. Right? Because it says it uses the word or, that means that they are going to be different. So if we count, this is a total of 12. Now, let's look column wise. We are done with 4, so no goals scored here. We are done with 1, so no goals scored here. We are done with 1, so no goals scored here. Vimla scored 4. Harita scored 5. So Harita is also done. So we can complete this. So we can see that A and S, depending upon how many goals they are going to score, we are supposed to be putting 1 and 2 accordingly between matches number 2, 3, and 5. In each of these 3 matches, 1 goal has to be put in. So it has a total of 1. We haven't put anything. In match number 3, we need a total of 1. We haven't put anything. In match number 5, we need 2. We have put 1 goal so far, 1 more to go. So obviously, as we thought about it, it is not going to be complete. Let's look at the questions now. How many goals were scored in Math 7? In Math 7, we can see there was only 1 goal scored. So this is option D. Which of the following is the correct sequence of goals scored in match 1, 3, 5, 7? Basically, odd numbered matches. So in 1, we have got 4. How many options start with 4? Only 1. So 4, 1, 2, 1. Next, which of the following statement or statements is or are true? Statement 1. A and S never scored goals in the same match. A and S never scored goals in the same match. This is true. Since statement 1 is true, this is gone, this is gone, this is gone. Okay, no, we need to check second statement as well. Very much a possibility. H and S never scored goals in the same match. H and S, they are also not going to score the goals in the same match because H has scored in match number 1, 4, and 8, and S is not going to score any goals in those. So even the second statement is true. So both the statements. Next question, which of the following statement or statements is or are false? Statement 1, in every match, at least 1 player scored a goal. This is basically true, right? So statement 1 is not false. Both the statements are not false. Second statement, no 2 players scored goals in the same number of matches. So A is going to score goal in 1 or 2 matches. Okay, so it's going to be 1 or 2. B has scored goals in 4 matches. So if we talk about matches, H has scored goal in 3 matches, and S is going to score goal in either 2 or 1 match. So basically, we can see that the number of matches in which they are going to score goals, they are unique. So this is also true. So none of the statements is false. Next, if Harita scored goals in 1 more match as compared to Sarita, so Harita is 3, so Sarita is going to be 2. So A is going to be 1. Then which of the following statements is or are necessarily true? Statement 1, Amla scored goals in consecutive matches. Amla has to score 1, so obviously this is going to be false. Statement 1 is false, so both cannot be true, and statement 1 cannot be true. Sarita scored goals in consecutive matches. Again, we have no idea that Sarita's 2 came from which out of these three, because she will take any 2 out of these 3 and the leftover will go to A. So this is false. So this is not necessarily true. Sarita may score goals in consecutive matches. Since none of them are necessarily true, so none of the statements become the answer. So you can see that this was basically a set where since the number of goals was not enough, so we had limited cases. We had basically only 2 cases of breaking down 12 goals among 4 people. That was the easy part. The difficult part was to understand that the person who has scored the maximum number of goals, which matches did that person do? Did that person score the goals? So, of course, point number 5 and 6 were the most helpful ones. So I hope this was the set that you guys liked and understood. In case if you want to redo this, please pause the video right away and go back to the previous timestamp from where I have showed you the question and give it a try yourself. Thank you. Thank you for watching. Make sure that you subscribe to the channel, like this video and share it with your friends if you haven't yet. I'll see you again very soon with another set.